Alright, so this is the Irimi meditation. Begin this practice by finding a posture that is composed and relaxed at the same time. If you are seated, align the head and neck with the chin slightly inclined toward the chest, elongating the back. When your eyes are closed, place your hands where it feels comfortable, in your lap or on the knees. Noticing the contact between the chair, the floor, or wherever else you are seated. Now begin focusing on your breath with no need to create a particular breathing rhythm. Simply following the experience of inhaling and exhaling, and perhaps choosing a place where it is easy for you to focus on the breathing process. This could be your nostrils, your throat, your chest, or your belly. Spending a few moments breathing quietly. Now slowly begin observing your beta, starting where is most convenient for you at this moment. It could be the sensation of your body, an impulse to action, an emotion, or a thought. Simply observing your beta, moving from one element to the next until you have covered all 4 elements of your beta. Spending a few moments here, following your breath, noticing any body sensations, emotions, thoughts, or impulses to action that you might notice in this moment, without any need to judge or change anything. Simply observing your experience exactly as it is, right here and right now. Now moving to the second part of the practice. Begin by recalling an event or a situation that is currently creating some difficulty for you in your life. Could be a situation at work or in your personal life, related to a relationship or some other challenge that you're facing. Once you've brought the situation up in your mind as vividly as possible, without getting too involved in any analysis about the situation, we will move toward uncovering beliefs and hypotheses that you might have about the causes of this event. Seeing if it is possible to step behind the event, as if going backstage in a theater, and finding out what beliefs might be driving the dynamics of the situation. Spending a few moments contemplating beliefs and certain hypotheses that emerge as you allow the situation and this challenge to be present in your mind. Once you have investigated certain beliefs and hypotheses about the causes of this event, try to find evidence for your hypotheses. See if you can find any actual facts rather than ideas in your mind, any solid evidence that you can find that would support these hypotheses and these beliefs that you've identified. Engaging with this process with an open mind, seeing whatever emerges without harshly judging yourself or others. And whenever you're feeling unbalanced, you can always focus on the breath to recenter yourself. Now seeing if you can come up with one additional hypothesis that you hadn't considered before. And next, begin moving into counterfactual thinking, where you will search for evidence of the opposite of your original belief and hypothesis. Can you find any evidence that would go against your original belief and your original hypotheses related to the causes of the challenging event or situation you've been contemplating? Remember again to allow the mind to be open and receptive, and there's no need to judge anything that emerges within the mind or judge anyone else or yourself. Simply observing if there could be any evidence for opposing beliefs or hypotheses for another moment. Finally, consider if you would like to test this new belief or opposing belief or hypothesis as you move out of this meditation and back into your life. or if you would refrain from testing it. Just spending a few moments, perhaps imagining what it could look like to test the validity of this opposite belief, and then deciding whether or not you would like to do this test. And then very slowly collecting your attention, bringing it back to the sensation of breathing, wherever you can sense your breath most clearly, perhaps in the nostrils, the throat, or the chest. Taking a few breaths, allowing the body, mind, emotions, thoughts, and action impulses to calm, evening out the beta. Taking a mental note of any insights that you may have gained through this practice. And then slowly in your own time, you can begin to move the fingers and the toes. And then slowly open the eyes again. As you have seen in this practice, the Irimi practice doesn't need to be long. About 15 minutes is a good rule of thumb. What is often most effective and rewarding is repeated practice on the same difficulty to keep refining your understanding of its causes. Although it is possible, in principle, to gain enough data in a single sitting to be able to update and reframe a hypothesis and belief, a more likely scenario is a gradual updating of beliefs, as searching for evidence and making sense of the findings often requires time. The main benefit of this practice is training the ability to self-question our beliefs and hypotheses. It can be a powerful tool for increasing flourishing. I hope you found this practice useful, and I look forward to our next session. Until then, take care.